Yeah, I know. You haven't uploaded a single video in such a long time. Cry me a river, alright? Here I am with another video, and I really do love Rise of Kingdoms for everybody asking. But, what is going on, guys? My name is Nico, and I welcome you yet to another video. In today's video, we're going to talk about one or two or three or five or 20 fucking things. I don't know how many things it is going to be in the end. How many are going to be some things that have to change. So, like, we are actually also going to talk especially about commanders, like Rise of Kingdoms commanders, where, to be honest, I'm not quite sure what Rise of Kingdoms is doing right now. Because, look, archers have never been in a better shape. I know, my archers aren't super good, and I should be running Emperor and whatever. Go Crimea River. I know for a fact I have to run this big boy, but I'm running way by key and I'm happy with that. But archers have never been in a better shape. And why is that? Because is the Emperor so overpowered? Well, let me make an example. Before the Emperor came into the game, we had Baiki and Liu Che and Arthur and Huo and Scipio Prime, we had Zhuge Liang, where the hell is he? Zhuge Liang, we had Ragnar Prime, and those were commanders, like here, yeah, those were commanders where people were genuinely, and of course, Philip. In my opinion, if we take it like points, if we make points, Baiki, Arthur, and Liu Che were at 2,000 points. Someone can argue Liu Che was the best out of them. Yeah, that someone is me. But like, they were at pretty much 2,000 points. Zhuge Liang was like 1,900 points. Then, of course, Ragnar and Scipio were at like 800, 1,800 points. Who the same. But, you know, they were worse, but they were pretty close to each other. I mean, yeah, the difference between Huo Qubing and, for example, Philip and, I don't know, Philip and Liu Che, and of course Zone Prime, the differences were there. Yeah, you knew Liu Che is the strongest, you knew Baiki and Liu Che are the strongest, you knew Arthur is much stronger than Scipio, but you also knew Scipio is still a very good commander in the meta. You knew Zhuge Liang just needs a better fit, and he's going to outperform very well to perform, and you knew all these things. Then we got Emperor Qin Shi Huang. And let me tell you this. If Baiki and Liu Che and Arthur were at 2,000 points, and they were by far the strongest commanders in the game, Emperor is like at 3,000 points. He's so much better than every single commander. You can, if I'm not mistaken, you could actually pair him with Sundok, and the Emperor would still perform very well. This is how good he is. He is so good, even if he runs alone. Alright, if he runs alone, I think he's gonna suck. But, like, you could run him with anybody. I would say, even if you would run him with El Cid, you would still perform very well. What are his skills? Like defense and march speed, some direct damage, and some healing, if I'm correct. Damage bonus. I'm telling you, if you would run the Emperor Qin Shi Huang with anybody, even with the goddamn Julius Caesar, you would perform very well. That's just how good he is. And archers have never been in such a great shape. When Zhuge Liang came into the game, they were in a good spot because Zhuge Liang was good. I think it was 2023, if I'm correct. Zhuge Liang was really good. He was a very strong commander. But never, ever did Rise of Kingdoms publish anybody like Qin Shi Huang. When Liu Che came into the game, it was amazing. But Qin Shi is just too strong. Even when Liu Che came into the game, even when Scipio came into the game, all these commanders, when they came first into the game, they were really good, but never as good as Qin Shi Huang in today's meta. So, like, archers are very clearly going to pair this guy with anybody, and whatever comes next is not going to outperform Qin Shi Huang. I really hope not, because if we would get someone who is as strong as Qin Shi Huang, and infantry and calves are not gonna get that, like okay, that's a little bit too much. That's an overkill, but whatever. So archers have never been in a better spot. Zhuge Liang is still very, very amazing commander. Right on pair or a little bit worse than Liu Che, Baiki, and Arthur, but very, very close to them. Has a little bit less damage, is very slow. He doesn't have any march speed, which really gets him back. But he is doing a lot. He's having, if I'm not mistaken, archer health over there, archer damage bonus, and direct damage bonuses. He is really good. He is really, really the second strongest archer commander. And yeah, he would be right on pair or close to Liu Che, Arthur, and Baiki. But we have the Emperor, who's just so improving him, like improving Zhuge Liang. It's just amazing. Then we got cavalry commanders, and like, what are cavalry commanders gonna do? On one hand, you have Arthur Pendragon. If he's primary, you can do the combo damage, which I would recommend you. He needs to be primary. He is better if he's primary. I ran him with Huo Qubing because when I started working on my gear, I had only Huo. Then Arthur came into the game, and we suddenly had like, yeah, what now? I also had for a while Joan of Arc Prime. I like don't have her anymore. As you can see, I think I gained like, I don't know, yeah, 1600 kills back in the days. I used her for the commander swap event for Arthur Pendragon. But here we have our Achilles, the long ass boy who for some reason has no pants. But like, is he good? Is he the guy? Is he so powerful that like you really need him? And then we have, of course, Gangnam Style. Like, also, is he so powerful that he is changing the meta? Is he as good or as close to the Emperor as you can get? I don't think so. Like, Gangnam Style and Achilles are both gonna be very, very strong. Achilles especially is going to have longevity. 5 target enemy AoE, circular AoE, whatever. It's just good. But the damage factor is lower than Liu Che's. The damage factor is, in fact, like as low as Zhuge Liang's. And 2000 damage factor doesn't sound bad, but like in the meta of a, like, if on the meta where you have Baiki, who has 2400 5 target enemies, you have a Arthur who's like dealing 2800 for 3 enemy targets. Liu Che has more damage than him. He has some cavalry bonus, like 40% calves is bonus, attack bonus, I'm sorry, is really good. But 10% health? Like, where's the defense? Damage reduction, alright, that's good, I guess. If you receive damage, you will deal damage. Normal damage gained, nice, I guess. Rage gained, I guess it's still good, but he's so squishy. He's literally such a squishy guy. And I know there will be people saying, but you have to run him with Gangnam Style. That's why Gangnam Style has so much defense and stuff. Yeah, but Gangnam Style is single target. I mean, do you want in a meta where even Huo is not performing very well and he has a lot of single target damage, do you want to have single target damage? Like, Huo has, if I'm correct, defense over somewhere. Where the hell is that? Skill. Yeah, cavalry unit troop gain 35 defense. I think if I'm not mistaken, it is very close to, like, it's close to actually what Gangnam Style has. Yes, this is conditional that you have to attack someone on the map, but you still have 35% defense, and you have so much skill damage over here, and skill damage over here, rage requirement, normal damage bonus. Here you have 40% attack, bonus against archers. And don't get it twisted. Huo was, for a while, an amazing slasher and commander. But Gangnam Style, I don't know. He has a little bit more damage on his active skill, but like he has almost close to no damage enhancements as much as Huo Qubing. And Huo has so many damage bonuses and enhancements. And still we say Huo is not as good. And yeah, Gangnam Style has that healing, but Huo, when he kills someone, he heals a large portion of recoveries. And I know it's not comparable, but like, to be honest, I wished for something else, because the cavalries were in a very bad spot for a very long period of time. And yes, Arthur and Achilles are going to perform. If you pair these like together, they are very good, but they are nowhere near to the Emperor with Zhuge Liang, Emperor with, I don't know, YSG, nowhere near. Even though they are good and they are performing well, and if you want the maximum benefits out of the Delta formation, you need to have butterfly effect, and you need to have your gear, at least some of them, on like iconic 5 to have like close trades to the Emperor. And let's be honest, how many of you actually have that? On my bike key over here, I have decent gear. I'm not saying it's perfect, but it's really decent. And I'm nowhere close to actually get any of them to number 5. I have, like, I'm correct, I have 1 and 2 of these gears to close to number 4. 4, yeah. Like, that's it, you know? And especially cavalries really needed someone like the Emperor. And Achilles is just not it. He's good. I think he's on par or on the same level as Arthur, maybe a little bit worse. I would say he's better than Zhuge Liang, worse than Arthur. Something in between these two. He's really decent, but he would need a 2,500 5-target AoE damage factor. Then I would say, all right, you know what? He's good. He's better than Arthur. He's dealing so much damage. He's getting close to the Emperor. Because if you look at the Emperor, he has 20% march speed, 30% defense, and 20% health. Why not give the Achilles, I don't understand that, a 2,500 5-target AoE enemy circle, and instead of 10% health, I don't know, 20% health and 20% defense. And if he had this, then I would say he's on par with the Emperor. If he had that. But he doesn't. So, like, yeah, what are we even talking about? And now we are coming to the actual point I really wanted to point out when the video started. And that is going to be the infantry. And infantry are in a very weird spot. Because on one hand, we have Baiki and Liu Che, who's second and third strongest commander in the game. I don't care about your Achilles and Arthur players. Liu Che claps all of your Cav commanders, and he is clapping them regularly. And Baiki is not worse than Liu Che. If anything, he is on at least as good or even a little bit better than Liu Che. It really depends on your preferences. I mean, I love Liu Che more. So for me, Liu Che is a little bit stronger than Baiki. But like, still, you have a commander pairing that is even out-dueling commanders that were specified for dueling. And they both have 5-target AoE damage factors. Both of these 5-target AoE damage factors are the highest 5-target AoE damage factors in the game. They have health and infantry attack over here, march and plus march speed. They have defense, march speed, and like skill damage reductions over here. They have some additional smite attack, 20% infantry attack. They have might damage factor over here, severely wounds inflicted over here, rage gained over here. They have normal damage bonus, smite damage bonus at max. Here you have that normal damage reduction. Damage reduction and normal damage bonus. So like Baiki is more dealing more damage, and Liu Che is very tanky. His expertise and amazing. I think I don't even have to talk about how good that expertise is. It provides especially one additional attack, which is like one attack worth of your rage, and you can enhance everything that Liu Che and Baiki have just with this combo attack. So like, it's really amazing. Baiki's expertise is also amazing. It's like Don't look at that. After severely wounding 400,000 enemy units, all barbarian units defeated count as severely wounded too. It gains bonus to normal damage. I don't think necessarily this is what you will ever get. If you're a normal player, whales probably will, but like sometimes only. But like the expertise, when you reduce to 50% units remaining, it deals 60% more damage and takes 30% less. When you reduce to 15% remaining, deals 100% more damage and takes 50% less. I'm really sorry. The skill is decent, like the expertise is really decent, but if you take a look at today's meta, don't misunderstand, or don't underestimate this skill. So many people are running till 50% and a little bit even under that. Baiki is going to destroy those people. And this is just, I've seen it out of all of my fightings with them. And last KVK, when I started, I had 5.3 million kills just with Baiki and Liu Che. I'm telling you, Baiki and Liu Che are outperforming almost everything. The only guy who's outperforming them is the March with Emperor, and sometimes I even outperform them because I just know how to use them. In my opinion, a lot of people don't know how to use them. But the main point where I am getting at, or what I actually wanted to tell you, is what is going to happen with the infantry. Yeah, I know you have Scipio and Ragnar, but I'm not talking about that march. That is just a additional march in the game. It's just there, you know. But we are going to talk about smite damage commanders. Mark my words, we are getting a infantry commander that is on level or a little bit worse than the Emperor. Mark my words. Mark my words. I'm saying that because I don't think we will get anybody worse than Baiki and Liu Che. Infantry needs someone who's at least on pair with them. I don't even think we will get someone like Baiki and Liu Che, like someone who's really amazing but isn't on Emperor's level. What I think is we are going to get the strongest infantry commander, and the only thing I'm not quite sure is he going to be as strong as the Emperor Qin Shi? And that's the problem that is going to occur. If we get someone who is at least on pair with Baiki or stronger, the Cavs are going to like melt, because they will melt even now, because I have my Baiki, I have my Liu Che, and everybody is melting, especially Cav commanders. I'm always attacking them, and they will always melt under me. If we get someone who is even stronger than Baiki and Liu Che, if he's on pair with Qin, then like the Cav commanders have no chance to actually stay in the game, because they don't have anyone who is as strong or stronger than Baiki or Liu Che. And that's the problem that I have. I'm not talking about anybody else, like some engineering commanders. I just don't know much about them, and I won't talk about them, because in my opinion, those are special units that only few people are using, even in today's meta, because Emperor is just so strong. It's just better. Anyways, this is it with the video. I see it's been a long-ass video where I was talking about shit. I'm really happy that you watched it till now. And if you did, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next time. Goodbye.